So we are here today in the Manila Cathedral, one of the oldest church here in Manila, 1571.
Nagagawa na nandun na kami sa ano.
Ng panahon, nag-traffic lang.
An area of
Pasig.
may babae na natulog Wait, that's part of your school.
I am inside the church now. This is one big church here in Manila. I'm not sure if this is the biggest church in Manila, but it looks massive to me. Oh, look at it. Wow. Let's go in this room where all the history of this church has started. Oh, here we go. This is the history of this church. Oh, this is so awesome. Wow. I never knew this place existed. Fancy. Very good. So back in 1851, this church was only a nipa hut. It's been destroyed by typhoon and everything. So over the time they reconstructed it until it becomes this big massive church. Here we go. This is the history of this church in 1581, and then 1582, 1583. This church has been rebuilt 8 times over the years to become what it is now today. But my wife is so annoying right now. Hello, Timmy. Hello. Do you like this church?
Yes.
So yeah, this church has a good history. And come over here in Manila Cathedral, take a look at the history. This is all the history of this church. Let's go in this other room. Wow, look at this one. This is when they rebuilt the church. Oh my god. That looks like the church in Hiroshima. Remember that big bomb in Hiroshima and you see that big dome? That's the only one that survived. That's what it looks like. Look at this room. Church so big. Look at this model of the church. Yeah. Watching the history of this cathedral where the American bombed the crap out of the city because the Japanese won't surrender. So yeah, this is the history video of what happened to this church. Very sad. Oh, anyway, there's so many tourists here today. Even Koreans, Japanese, and Vietnamese, I think. See, there are tourists behind me. No, they're not. They're my family. So, wow, look at all the tourists that's coming in. They're mostly Koreans and Japanese, Chinese, visiting this Manila Cathedral here in Intramuros, Manila. So there's still a few Spanish influence building around this area. I can only imagine what it is like back in the day where the Spanish were here. And during those years, it got taken over by American to World War II to today. And the history of this place is just amazing. And that is the Kalisa, but tiny horses. So anyway, we have finished our day here in the church and I think we're off to somewhere else. I don't know where we're going. It's a surprise. I don't want to know. I like surprises. And this is the Manila church. No, the Manila Cathedral.
magpapicture.
Huh? So we are going to the next destination. I don't know where, but did you enjoy that, Han? Did you enjoy your day in the Manila Catholic Cathedral? Yeah? Very, very good. So we are here now in Fort Santiago, and there's some Kalisas behind me, and they're having selfie. Kalisa is lining up to take tourists around Intramuros, and we're gonna go to Fort Santiago right now. So we're inside Fort Santiago right now. We're having a tour around with these Spanish ruins. Let's go in this outpost. Oh. Reporting for duty, sir. Hello, vandalized, but I think it looks like this is the original original outpost. All the old wood still here. Very cool. Very good. So all the original cannons still there in the defenses and still intact. And this is all the original building back in the day during the Spanish era. And even the prison down there, all the prison is still down there. So I was just watching the history of this Fort Santiago area. Apparently when the Americans and the Spaniards, when the Spanish sold this place for 20 million to the Americans used this as the base headquarters, and this is where they do all the battle plan and whatnot. And it was very, very interesting when the Americans bought Philippines from the Spaniards for $20 million. So this is the original wall. It's still standing today, and you can see there's still some bullet holes in here. You can see that. That's all the bullet holes, all the cannon shells, batteries of cannons and artillery or whatnot. There's even more up there. I can only imagine what happened here back in those days. Heaps of defenses around. Would have been hard to penetrate. Would have cost a lot of lives. Wow, this is the patrol area where the soldiers walk back and forth. A lookout for the Pasig River. Right now we are walking in this patrol area where the soldiers keep a lookout on the river for enemies, I guess. Look at that, the ruins. It's probably broken already. So let's go in this pillbox. Look, there's one here. There's one here, and there's one here. So in this box here, there's like one hole right here, one hole right here, another hole here, and here, and here. It's to look out for enemy. If you can spot enemies, and then you can report to the commander. And let's get out of here. It's getting too hot. Hey, Captain. Hey, Cap. And this is the prison cell. This is from the top. I think this is the entrance over there on the bottom. But there's no roof from shielding you on the rain. Look at this. Thick fortified wall. I think this is the door that you gotta go down there. I can't go in because it's locked. It would be nice if you can go down there. And all the prison cell is here. That's a prison cell. It's a prison cell. Those two. And there's more up there, as you can see. And there's no roof. So when it rains, they all get wet. There's even a stairs here. You can't go under there if you can, but they're all been sealed off. But the fortification of this wall is so big and thick. Oh, we're gonna go into a dungeons, they say. Whoa. Oh, you can't get in. We can't get in. You can't leave the city outside. Natural aircon. You can't go in there because it's all locked up, and they used to store ammunitions and shells in there. But I'm gonna stay here for a little while because it's air-conned in here. It's getting way too hot outside, and the heat is at least 40 degrees out there, and it's cooler in here. Time to cool down, I think. We're going upstairs. I call it the ruins because the original building structure still stands today. Most of it anyway. And some has been restored, some has been made into a souvenir store. But you know, just picture yourself back on the day when this place was still in operation. This place is massive. You have to be here for a whole day to tour around Fort Santiago. Half day is not enough. I don't even know where we are right now, but we're on the other side because Pasig River is on that side. Wow, the original footpath is still here. It's still maintained. And yeah, even the old light is still there. I don't know if that's the original, but it looks like it's the original. But that's definitely the original wall. As you can see, there is a brace, so it won't fall down. See, as you can see here, look how thick that wall is. No way a cannonball can penetrate that. Fort Santiago, done. Too big for half day, like I said. So big for such a short period of time. You have to be here at least all day to explore the Fort Santiago base camp. You can see all the background behind me is all the original brick still standing today. Whoa, look at the inside. There's a big mango tree. Look, all the original structure is still here. Oh, look at that one. Oh, it's a jackfruit.